Okay, now we're getting down to the more difficult pieces, I guess, to declutter. I only have eyeshadows and lipsticks left. Today I'm going to do some eyeshadows. It won't be all of them though. This entire thing here, except for one drawer that I've already cleaned out, is full of eyeshadow stuff, and I have another one of these larger drawers on the other side that also has like palettes and stuff. So it's probably going to take a while, but I'll see how much I can get done. I'm probably going to look at these 3 middle drawers right here that have all like the quads and trios and stuff like that. So I'm going to get started, see how far I can get. Okay, this is where we're going to start first. This is one of 3 drawers that has this kind of palette in it, but these are mostly brighter colors in this particular drawer. Guess what I did was I separated it by like neutrals, smoky, and then bright colors. So this is mostly bright colors, so I'm going to get into that. So first off, I'm going to say that I'm going to get rid of these Revlon cream shadow things. I just don't like them. They crease no matter what I do. So I'm going to toss those. I'm going to keep this MAC eyeshadow thing, and it's Caramel Sundae, so I'm going to keep that. I'm also going to keep this CK1 palette in Vandalized. Okay, I'm really torn on this. This is the Illamasqua Liquid Metal palette, and those are cream shadows. They are kind of awful, but I spent money on this. So I'm going to set that to the side. If anyone knows a good way to use these so they do not crease, please let me know. I'd really like to not throw this out if I don't have to. I'm going to keep this Too Faced shadow in Beauty Mark. And I'm going to keep this MAC Duo. I'm also going to keep these MAC Mineralized shadows here. I'm going to toss this NYC Soho Delight and this one here, which is Bright and Peach. I'm going to get rid of these Maybelline Ice Studio things. Looks like they're open, but I really don't think I've used those. Maybe I swatched them. I'm going to keep this Inglot thing. I'm going to keep this NARS Duo. And it is in China Seas, and that's from sometime earlier this year. I'm going to get rid of this Hip shadow. I don't even think I've used it. It's in Brazen. And the NYC Trio in Watercolors. A lot of this stuff I've never actually put on my eyes. I've swatched most of it, but I have not worn any of it. And I'm going to get rid of this Maybelline Fine and Fiji shadow. I'm going to keep this Maybelline Eye Studio one in Striking Blue. And this one here I'm also going to keep in its Autumn Dream. And I am going to keep this Maybelline little palette thing. I did like some of the colors in it. And it is called The Bright Side. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this right here. It is the Maybelline Retro Resort, just because the colors look similar to this. They aren't exactly the same. This one's more gold than this, and this one's darker than this, but they're similar. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to keep this one, and this is one of the Project Runway ones in the Muses Grays. I also have this Project Runway Audacious Amazon's Gaze. I'm going to keep that. I think I'm going to keep this for right now. They're actually pretty nice shadows. This is Water Lily from LA Colors. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this Maybelline Oriental Spice Duo just because I have similar colors, I think. You know what, I'll set this to the side so I can see if I have similar colors, and then I'll make a decision. I don't love those Maybelline shadows, that's why I would get rid of those over some other kinds if I have similar. And I'm going to keep this Maybelline palette in Prima Pink, mostly for that purple color right there. I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to keep this Project Runway one as well, the Mystic's Gaze. This Femme Couture Mineral Effects Shadow Quad. Pretty sure I had a second one. Maybe I didn't. I guess I didn't. I don't know, I really like these colors. I haven't really, I think it's open, but I haven't really used it. I'm going to hold on to it for now and give myself a chance to use this. And this one here doesn't look like it's been opened at all. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And this NYC limited edition for green eyes, I think that's just what it's called. Haute Couture, created for green eyes. I don't have green eyes, but I liked these colors better than the one for brown eyes. It looks like it's actually not open, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, and I have this BH Cosmetics little sample thing that I got, if I could quit dropping it, that I got in Ipsy. It's these. And I actually liked them when I tried them. I think I only tried them once though, so I'm going to hold on to it for right now and see if I still like them. I may decide to get rid of it later. Okay, and all these here are from Wet n Wild. I'm going to go ahead and set those aside and move on to the next drawer just to get all the Wet n Wilds together. A lot of them duplicate colors, so I want to just see what I have. I don't need like 8 things with the same color. Okay, and these are the neutrals. It looks like from the ones that I've got, these I'm going to be more likely to keep than the bright colors. So, I guess I'll start off with this. I am going to keep this MAC quad in Angel Flame. Moving these, I'll go through these later. Okay, I'm not sure why this is in here, but I am going to keep this, which is the Glow Getter palette from Lorac. I'm also going to keep this. This is from Nuance, and they sell it at CVS, and it's kind of cool. It comes out like this, and it's got like a whole brush in there. But these are actually really good shadows. So I have these, and I have some of the duos right here. I think I'll get rid of this one. I just don't see myself wearing those colors. And this one is Sheer Plum. It's a shame. I actually do like this one, but it's very sparkly, and then this one I don't know that I would wear, but I'm sure I have something just like it. This one was super sparkly, and this is Moonstone and Shimmering Sand. I guess I'll keep this. I like the purple. I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to keep these other two. I'm going to keep these MAC ones, the Duo and the Mineralized one. I'm going to get rid of these two, the Maybelline Studio and the Physicians Formula Nude. That is such a cute thing. I just don't like the little strips here. They're so small. So I am going to get rid of that. And then this is in Sunset Shimmer. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this NYC in Crystal Springs. I am going to keep the NYX Love in Florence, Eat, Love, Be Fab. And I'm going to keep the NYX Nude on Nude. This is like the old one before they redesigned it and put more colors in. So it's pretty small. They look like that. And I think there's a little pull-out drawer, but I don't ever use those. I'm going to get rid of this NYC for brown eyes. And this Maybelline Luminous Lights. I really liked it when I first picked it up, but now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I have tons of stuff already like this. Then I'm going to keep this little Hello Kitty one. I don't like the shadows inside. This was the first one that they released, and I did not think the shadows were all that good. It was a double layer. Yeah, I can't get it open, but I really like the packaging, so I am keeping it for that. I did get rid of the second one that I had that was worse than this one, but I do want to keep this for the packaging. I am going to keep these two Project Runway ones. Watchful Owl's Gaze and the Temptress's Gaze. And I am going to keep these last four. This Milani Trio, the Pacifica one. I just got Pop that I got recently and LA Colors, because those, surprisingly, for being from the dollar store, are actually pretty good. Okay, and then I have this one. This one started out as kind of a smoky or not bright, but not so neutral kind of thing, so it's got kind of a mix in here. I'm going to start with this. This is the Bare Minerals, the Star Treatment. I'm not sure why this is in here. I think just because it was small. I have so much Wet n Wild. Okay, I'm going to toss this. I thought it would be different, even though I don't like the round ones. And I really liked the colors in here. I thought this would be different, but it still did not work well for me. I am going to keep this MAC thing. This is probably the oldest MAC product that I have, this little palette. I am going to keep this Bare My Soul quad. I'm going to get rid of this e.l.f. thing. It's in Smoky. And keep the Urban Decay Roller Girl, I think. Is that what it was called? Okay, these are all MAC duos and quads, and I'm going to keep those. I'm going to keep this Tokidoki palette. I'm going to keep the MAC Wonder Woman palette. And I have these two kind of double-ended sticks. This one is MAC Beth Mask. I think that came with the Beth Ditto. And then this one is Revlon Smoky Shadow Stick. I'll probably get rid of the Revlon one. I am going to keep the NARS Duo. And I am going to keep this Chroma palette. It's got blush, kind of a bronzer and highlighter on the bottom. And it's got these shades up top. The top row, which is matte, is awful, but the bottom one is like shimmers, and they are all really good. So I do want to keep it for those colors. Okay, and I thought I had another one of these things. The Femme Couture, these came from Sally's. And I think I'm going to keep this one. This one actually has more colors that I like. And I'm not sure that I have an olive green anymore. think I am going to get rid of these CoverGirl ones. The colors are nice, but they just don't perform all that well. I was really disappointed with how these performed. I'm going to keep both of these Maybelline ones in Coral Oasis and Smoky Cinnamon. I have 3 more of these Project Runway ones, and I'm going to keep those. I'm going to keep the Be a Bombshell, the Too Faced, Sexpresso and Peach Fuzz, and the Essence Legends of the Sky eyeshadow palette. I'm going to get rid of these 3 here. This is from Jean-Michel, Golden Fantasies #2. It looks like that. It broke a little. But other than it breaking, I've never used it. This came from Haute Look. But I don't remember ordering from this brand, so I'm not sure what happened. So I'm going to get rid of that. And this is another one of the Nuance quads, and this is the smoky one. And it looks like that. This one I didn't like as much, so I didn't really use it a lot. I know I swatched it and maybe used it a couple times, but I didn't like it a whole lot as far as the colors go, so I'm going to get rid of this one. I do like the packaging though. Okay, this is everything that I'm keeping. I did decide to keep the Illamasqua cream shadow thing for now, and I did decide to get rid of this Maybelline one. Okay, this is all the stuff that I'm getting rid of, and these are all creams, so these are the ones that I am going to be throwing out. And I will probably do the Wet n Wild stuff in the next video because this one's getting a little long. I did manage to go through 3 drawers worth of stuff minus the Wet n Wild. So I will be back with that later. Bye.